A law has been passed in the US to switch from the FANET payment system to an XRP ledger belt system. This will bring in a huge amount of money. Even though this isn't 100% true, we do know that XP could go over 227 in the next few days and over $10 in the next few weeks. And Arthur Pritchett, CEO and founder of Revealed, said this. At a 10,000, he thought XRP had a lot of promise. He stressed that it was built for $10 and it must be able to grow to accommodate 75 billion people. Let's talk about what will make XRP go down. You could make between 10,000 and 35,000 and more than 228 trillion in just 2 or 48 hours. Before we do that, they'll hold and we're going to give up to 100 to anyone who watches this movie. They can use that money to buy more XRP. Check out this video, like it, subscribe, share it, and most importantly, use the link in the explanation to sign up for a cold and make a trade. That's it. You can now get up to 100 worth of XRP. Everything can be done in less than 5 minutes. It's just money that's not earned. I really think you should do it. Having said that, let us start the movie right away. XRP is worth 34.2 at the moment, but this will be different in 48 hours or 2 days. XPledge will have one of its biggest breaks ever because more than 228 trillion is being added to it. Before we do that, let's get down to business and talk about the facts. I want you to watch this video and another one I want you to watch. All of this is because the US government is investing trillions of dollars in XRP. Why do we need these banks? I ask myself. What does JP Morgan Chase do? What can DeFi and Bitcoin do that is better, cheaper, more useful, and more openly? That's why I had this thought and became interested in cryptocurrencies. It looks like it will improve many things. In this country, the SWIFT method doesn't work at all. Every Friday afternoon at 400, I'm either waiting for a bank transfer to arrive or trying to make one. It's boring, slow, and doesn't make sense. You find out what can be done with computer money. Check out digital money backed by the US dollar and US bonds that can be sent right away around the clock, 7 days a week. The way money is treated will change in a big way. Being at the front of it is very exciting for us. I thought to myself, why do we need these banks? I believe that Japan is still a place that is open for business. There is a huge chance to make money here. For those of you who don't know, trillions of dollars are going around the world. It is a fast network, still pretty much in charge of it. The plan is an old technology layout from 50 years ago. You can become more modern, but it will take time, especially since the US government isn't working well. So you decide what new ideas I don't like. That's going to be different now, if you will. It's very clear that Trump has an effect. That shows up in the prices of things and in the ways people use these tools. Yes, I agree with you. Take a look at, could you tell me more about Ripple's growth? Does it still come from outside the US? Do you think that the way people in your country feel about Ripple will change? Without a doubt, we can already see that people are less interested in homes. It's true that more deals were made in the US in the 6 weeks after Trump was elected than in the 6 months before. These new tools are really cool. As they work together to change and make the US banking system better, I think it will be effective for at least 10 to 20 years. That's for every payment. The settlement of things like real estate deals and stock deals is part of that. This is finally coming to an end after a long trip. The US is now open, and I think a lot of people are underestimating how big of a deal this is. We will see more of that change this year. Okay. Finally, I'd like to talk about an order that has to do with government money. I believe that treasury checks were 14 times more likely to be stolen in the past than over the internet. This is meant to cut down on government waste, fraud, and abuse. The Treasury Department will have to update its payment system so that internet methods of payment are used instead of paper checks as much as possible. This is something that many parts of the government have been working on since you took over. Most of the time means updating tools and methods. I believe this was something he really wanted. Scott, I believe he will do a great job as Treasury Secretary. Things are being brought up to date at the same time in other projects. Give it to someone else. No matter who comes after R. This should have been done 25 to 30 years ago, thanks. After this, the price of XRP was going to hit a lot of money. Through the XRP Ledger asset scheme, over 228 trillion worth of institutional real estate can be added to the blockchain. Remember that because this is where the trillions of dollars will come in. With this success comes the real token. About 220 trillion in commercial real estate that is currently being managed off-chain can be turned into tokens and then added to the XRP record. It's the beginning of a big change in the real estate markets around the world as they were using blockchain technology. Remember that all the money will first go through the real coin, then the XRP record, and finally the XLPO. This is very important right now because the re-ticket will make a lot of money for people. If you study this thing even a little, you'll see that it's only worth about 4.5 right now, which is a very low price. What experts and critics say this is going to be huge means then a 100 or 600 in one night, August 18th, and maybe even 20,000 or 30,000 in a few weeks. How is that possible? Because there isn't a lot of it. Out of the 100 million phase 1 tokens that were out there, 50 million have already been burned. That means there are almost no more real pieces left. Need is still through the roof, and it's only just begun as institutions begin to use the XRP ledger and real coins. Big businesses are behind this, and they're just getting started. It looks like there is a lot of backing and not much resistance. In this case, the scale shows that for every 10,000, you make 100 million. Why does that take? Again, this is because the supply shock is likely to happen when there is a lot of demand and not enough supply. If you look closely, this is the real ticket. Take a look at the charts, guys. We're about to hit a new high point, but most people are given a score of 9.4 out of 10. A score of 100% for MEDX and a score of 100% for KYC means that the top 3 winners are not at high risk. Once more, amazing. Guys, take a look at the wallets too. This is crazy. Yesterday, we talked about how they were at 2,500. They're all over 2,900 today. It's getting bigger really fast. As I said, more and more people will see it because it's something that affects all generations. We all study things like this, of course, but this is very important since the job will cost a lot of money and use a lot of utilities. A very big business called RealFi actually backs it, and it's clear that they use the real token. But this is a big answer based on blockchain that will make real estate better in every way. Now, click on Real Token on this page to go to all of their decentralized sites where you can buy Real Token. Also, their DApe connects to the Rail chain, which is very important because it lets you create your own digital real estate coin. You can use XRP to buy the real coin, but it's more useful because you can use it to buy property and get prizes at the same time. If you want to rent or buy out, you can get gifts. Once more, this is a great way. I'm going to leave all the links below the explanation. I really believe this is a very, very, very big chance. On the other hand, Zero Research, South Financial Management, and Mount Financial Advisor are still there. Now that that's over, I'd like to end the show for now. The XF Ledger is going through a lot right now. It won't be long. Lots of cool things. Also, don't forget to sign up, share, like, and follow our page to get 200. In the text, there is a link to this. And Real Token is something you should look into if you want to be a part of some big opportunities. There's nothing else to do. Take a look at it. You might like it. Now, I'll see you all soon. Take it easy and enjoy your day.